2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along.
Hey friends, welcome back for some more cleaning motivation. You guys loved the last cleaning montage video I put out. I haven't shared one of those in forever, and I guess you guys have been looking for that content, and so I'm bringing you another one. Today is going to be more fall themed. Halloween is approaching, so I'm getting all of the wears that I can out of my Halloween Town sweatshirt. I also have a Hocus Pocus t-shirt that I've been wearing nonstop. So today's video will be a fall mom life clean with me. Kind of a long title, but I think it's appropriate. I'm sharing the fall vibes, I'm using all of the fall scents, and I'm also going to be sharing the crazy mom life. Cleaning up after a 9-month-old, keeping our house in order, getting the groceries taken care of, the kitchen in order, the fridge, all of the stuff we deal with every day as parents. So I hope this video is motivating and fun, and let's cut to the chase.
Summer night has just begun.
The pantry is the first spot I am working on in this video. It was one of those spaces that just progressively gotten worse and worse and worse. I have systems in here, I have bins, I have organization, but sometimes the pantry just runs away from you, especially when it's a little bit cramped or an awkward space like this is. So I was going to spend the time today taking everything out, going shelf by shelf, and just making it a little more organized, decluttered, all of the things. And you might notice my little helper down there in the corner. Maddie is 9 months old now, and at the age where she is not really happy just sitting and watching me clean anymore. She wants me fully engaged with her. She wants to be out and about doing things always and everything, and so cleaning the house with her, or like while she's awake, has gotten very difficult. So we're at the age where she kind of has to be napping or asleep or preoccupied in order for me to get anything done around the house, which can be a challenge. So today I was going to get a little bit creative and see if she would tolerate some of my cleaning, and I made it a little more fun for her by putting everything down on the ground and just working on that space. Everything in the pantry was sealed up and fine for her to like be mouthing and playing with and everything, and this plan worked great. Normally I am struggling to entertain her all day long or trying to get things done around the house while she wants to be doing something else, but this day it was such a great like 20-30 minutes spent cleaning the pantry with her playing with whatever random things I pulled out of there. So a little hack for you: if you need to clean your pantry, your baby might be a little more interested in the task than you're expecting.
This is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. This is everything.
We really aren't a big chip family. I don't know what's been happening the last couple of months, but I have just been grabbing them at the grocery store, or Christian's been asking for them, and we've slowly accumulated more and more. So this big clear bin is now dedicated just to like crunchy chips and crackers and things. And then I'm going to try to organize all of Maddie's little food pouches into this smaller narrow organizer, but you'll see that I'm going to have way too many little baby things to just stuff in here, and I'm going to think of a better option a little bit later.
Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone.
You'll definitely catch me scooping Maddie out of the way though. She is fast with her crawling and just getting speedier and speedier every day, and she loves things she's not supposed to have. So she's been crawling after dirty rags, trash on the ground, anything that she's not supposed to have. You'll see her working her way towards it.
You don't have to do one single thing. You don't know how much I want you. Just looking at you makes my whole world spin. You don't have to.
And of course, Bucky's also part of the cleaning crew and picking up any crumbs he can find, even if it's just onion skins. I'm pretty sure that's what he was eating right there.
I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G.
Now Maddie's high chair sits in front of this wall, and you can imagine that things get a little bit messy with mealtime, and so I'm going to take a magic eraser on this wall and try to clean it up a little bit, but I quickly switched it out for just a damp microfiber cloth. I realized most of it wasn't like scuff marks and stains on the wall, it was just like dried, crusted oatmeal that just needed to be wiped off.
We can spend all day in bed.
Moving on to folding laundry, we have a load of towels and then also just a load of clothes to fold and put away. And I'm going to be totally transparent with you guys. I normally never watch laundry clips and cleaning videos. For me, they're just a bit monotonous and slow, so I almost didn't include it in this video. But I figured since this is a real mom life clean with me, laundry is just inevitable. It's part of every day of my life at least, and I'm sure it's a daily part of your routine also. So even if it's not the most exciting part of a cleaning video, I definitely wanted to include this to just let you know that like the daily cleaning, the daily grind, like I'm doing it too. I'm right there with you doing the boring, monotonous tasks that seem like they never ever end, because laundry seems like it never ends.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we...
Moving over to the bench at the foot of our bed, I accidentally dumped an entire water bottle all over this, and it dried and left a giant water ring. And I have been trying my Folex all around the house for different projects that I normally would grab my upholstery cleaner for, and so I wanted to give it a shot at this job. You can kind of see on the left side how bad that water ring was, and so I went around to just one half of it to see if it would help. I didn't want to waste all of my time doing it to the entire bench if it wasn't going to work, and it didn't really work that well. It definitely improved it, but there's still like a water line now along the edges of where the Folex was sprayed. I think I'm gonna have to go in with the actual upholstery cleaner and just redo the entire bench to get it all clean, but it was worth the effort, worth the 5 minutes to figure it out. You can see here in this after clip that it's a little bit better, but still there. And now we're moving on to another day of cleaning in the laundry room.
About you I like, about you I like. I get you.
Yes, I already got sucked into buying things for Christmas in the Target dollar spot.
If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
I just did a lot of damage at Trader Joe's. I'm kind of scared of how much I spent. I think it was about $195, and I'm hoping this lasts us for a while because of that. But here's a quick haul. I grabbed a bunch of these bagged salad kits. I've talked about these before, but we love these for easy weeknight dinners. We just have chicken or steak on hand, throw them in here. Healthy, easy, simple. I don't have to think about it. A few pantry items, these freeze-dried strawberries, quinoa. We were out of soy sauce and Parmesan cheese, and I like to have coconut milk to sometimes make a pasta recipe that's dairy-free. We have avocados, and these little mandarin oranges are my go-to snack. I love these so much. This is a new item that I saw and could not leave behind because it sounded too delicious. So cinnamon roll drizzled granola will definitely be on my morning yogurt tomorrow. I also grabbed a loaf of our favorite sourdough bread from Trader Joe's, and then grabbed a bunch of different meats. I've been trying these like pre-marinated flavor-packed steaks and different meats, and we have loved them. We tried the balsamic rosemary steak tips, and it was delicious. And so this time I'm trying sesame teriyaki beef skirt steak, and then carne asada, and I'm sure this will be delicious. It's also another easy weeknight meal that I don't have to think about. So they are a little bit more expensive because they kind of did all of the guesswork for you. Like, it's not the best bang for your buck on these, but for mindless meals that are delicious, I definitely recommend grabbing these. I also grabbed some salmon, some sausage, and then turkey burgers. I've loved these all in college, and I don't really make them for myself now, but I realized these would be great for Madeline. I can just fry one of these up, or like half of one, and cut it up for her. And the great thing is that the ingredients are so simple. It is just turkey, salt, and rosemary. So a great protein to give for Maddie. I also wanted to do a couple of meals I saw on Instagram. The first one's a meatball sub bake. So you tear up little biscuits, you put that in a dish, you layer tomato sauce on it, pre-cooked meatballs, and then you put Parmesan cheese over the top of it, and you have like kind of a meatball sub casserole. So that sounded delicious. I could pair that with a salad one night. The other meal that I saw online was a sheet pan quesadilla. So I already have the tortillas you would lay out, and then you can add any meat of your choice, then layer in the cheese, some sauteed veggies. I can do salsa, and my favorite sour cream alternative is Greek yogurt on the side for dipping, and that'll be a fun meal that Maddie can eat and enjoy too, along with Christian and me. So that's what that is for. Up here, I grabbed some fun little snacks and crackers, raisin rosemary crisps. I've never tried these. I've also never tried the everything but the bagel crackers. We're also a big bar family, so I grabbed a couple of our favorites from here, and then some oatmeal. Coming up on the end, I have a bunch of random produce. I want to do a sheet pan bake of veggies, including mushrooms. I'll probably pair it with like this beef skirt steak with like mushrooms and potatoes and onions. That sounds delicious. Strawberries, blueberries, bananas, just essentials in our household. And then these are some foods that I got for Maddie. She loves to have carrots and cauliflower and broccoli, so those are kind of Maddie's veggies that I will prep separately, so they're super soft and safe for her to be eating. And then the last couple items, Christian loves these dark chocolate peanut butter cups, so I always grab the little pack of them whenever I'm at Trader Joe's. This vanilla pumpkin candle smelled to die for. I'm gonna go light this somewhere because it just smells heavenly, and we can't leave without getting Bucky a little treat too, so maybe he wants one now. Ma'am, are you standing down there? You look crazy. And Bucky knows that something's for him too. Do you want a treat? Can I have a shake? A touch? Good boy.
If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah.
Now stay tuned for the end of the video. I'm going to be sharing a dinner recipe we tried from these ingredients, and it sadly turned out to be a fail, but I have a suggestion for you guys to turn it into a total winner. I'm definitely going to try it again with a different twist on it, but stay tuned so you don't miss out on a yummy dinner idea.
Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
Want to keep it nice and clean, not freak out and cause a scene. I try to hold it together, keep it together. Not sure who I really am, just be cute and super bland. I try to hold it together, keep it together. Been playing it down, but I'm so getting tired. Now won't you meet high? 'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to.
Besides the yummy food that Trader Joe's always has, I also loved whenever I shop there because I get to replenish my paper bag stash. If you've watched my decluttering videos, you guys know that these are my go-to for filling up bags for Goodwill. So I love to reuse them in this way, so I'm definitely going to be folding and saving those. Also, Maddie was getting a little bit fussy, so I popped her up in her high chair with a little bit of a snack to keep her entertained. I do my best to keep her happy while I'm trying to work, but I also know that she's just a baby and she's going to do baby things and she's going to be a little bit fussy sometimes. So I also curbed my expectations on how much I can get done. And since I knew she was going to be a little bit over me cleaning right now, I bought a few more minutes with the snack, finished whatever task I was doing, and then we went off to just play after this.
Forever need a shot and then a beat, somewhere to let out some steam. I'm not the one to say never, never say never. Been playing it down, but I'm so getting tired. Now won't you meet high? 'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on, baby, put the record on, hit it. And I've been needing that crazy.
any of you guys who have a 2-story home or apartment or living situation, you definitely know the struggle of everything just piling up at the bottom of the stairs, and then it's no different here. We had just a bunch of stuff piled down there that I'm going to move upstairs, and then we're going to get cleaning upstairs. Our bedroom had a little bit of clutter laying around, and then the big mess was really happening out in the landing zone. Before I get out there though, I'm going to finish up a project I started a couple videos ago. I never did the touch-up paint on the patched up holes that I did from moving our mirror around, so I'm going to paint those, clean that project up, and then finally move on to tidying up in the landing zone. Well, just kidding on the landing zone part, I forgot that I wanted to refresh our bedding a little bit. When we first had Madeline, I wanted to make my life as simple and easy as possible, and throw pillows and throw blankets were not part of that equation. Getting rid of those made our room less cluttered, less things to do to make the bed every morning, and just made our life a lot easier. But now that Maddie is a separate baby in her own room, I'm sleeping through the night most of the time. Granted, last night she had me up at 4 a.m., but most of the time she's a pretty great sleeper, and so I wanted to add a little more pizzazz to our bed. So I went into the guest bedroom and grabbed a couple pillows. I also took some things out of the linen closet we have and just played around with the pillow arrangement and the bedding in here just to freshen it up. I did the nightstands in here recently, like maybe a month or two ago. I stripped all the paint off of them. Then we added the mirror in the corner. I've just slowly been doing more and more to this space and just having fun with taking this little by little. I share a lot of big room makeover videos on my channel. You guys love them. The YouTube algorithm really loves them. That's how a lot of new viewers come to find me, but I haven't ever really taken my time to piecemeal a room together, just little by little refreshes, and so I've been enjoying taking my time, not rushing or trying to make a big production out of updating and refreshing our bedroom.
Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
Now here we are getting to the landing zone finally. This is kind of just like the dump zone for everything that doesn't have a home yet or that is on its way to its home. Things get piled up over here, things end up on the little banister here, and I'm finally tackling this pile, and a lot of this is actually just like bedding and camping supplies. My husband is super into camping, and we haven't yet gone camping with our new vehicle or with Madeline yet. We have a bunch of things for Maddie, like a sleeping bag for her that's like safe for baby sleep, and the bedding and stuff, and so I pulled all of that into the guest bedroom because we are leaving soon. It's just not ready to be packed up yet, so yes, I'm kind of just shoving this mess behind another door, but it's what's going to work for us for this week at least. And then I'm going to put everything else where it belongs in the storage closet and whatnot. And then I'm pulling out a basket that I keep in our closet, and I call it my Disney bin. Now I am very excited to share that we are going to Disneyland very, very soon, and so I have been buying a couple little things that will hopefully make it easier for Madeline to come with us. I'll share all that information in a video soon, but I wanted to consolidate all of our Disney supplies together, so I moved all of my old Disney bin supplies into a bigger bin so everything fits in there now, and then moved that back to the closet. I also was a little bit emotional, a little emo about this, but Maddie is now almost 9 months, and she's grown out of that little tiny like dream baby bath seat. Like, she still will sit in it, and it's pretty easy to bathe her in it, but it's time to upgrade her to like the next in-between thing, which is this little suction cup baby seat thing. I found it on Amazon. It's a little bit pricier than the dream baby thing she was in before, but I've heard nothing but great reviews about this, and she's going to use it for a while until she's just independently sitting in there. So I installed that in her bathtub, threw the old bath seat into her closet. There's so much baby stuff in her closet. And now we are well into the storage closet, organizing everything in here. A lot of things in the pile in the landing zone needed to go into this room, and just to eliminate the pile, I just tossed them into here, and now I'm going through and actually organizing, cleaning, putting everything in its place here.
Love you right. Love it till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare, and I wanna take you there.
Next up on my cleaning list is tackling this oven. We've been in this house for 2 years, and I have not once cleaned this oven, and you can tell by how nasty this is. I was actually appalled I was actually appalled when I looked closely at this, and so I turned on the self-clean function on the oven. If you are not aware, it just basically turns your oven to the highest heat possible for like 4 or so hours, and then it cools it back down and just chars everything. It burns off most of the things, makes it super easy to wipe down. So 4 hours after I hit start on the oven, I just wiped it down with a couple of microfiber cloths, a little bit of cleaning spray. It's not perfectly clean, but I think you will agree with me that it is a million times better than it was before, and I'm so happy that I finally tackled this.
You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you act, and how you move.
Now onto my kind of a fail recipe. I talked about this when I showed my Trader Joe's haul, and I was gonna do the meatball sub bake, and the recipe I found on Pinterest showed cutting up biscuit dough into quarters, layering that on the bottom of a baking dish that you have greased. Then you're gonna pour a can of tomato sauce on top of that, layer your meatballs, add your cheese, and I should have read the Instagram comments on the reel. I went back and read it, and a lot of the comments had the same problem I had. Because the biscuit dough was covered and smothered in the marinara sauce, it didn't actually cook through, so we just had raw dough in this. So we ended up actually just pulling the meatballs out and scrapping the rest of this meal. And then my other mistake was that I bought Parmesan cheese instead of mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese like this does not melt and get gooey and bubbly in the oven. It just gets hard and crunchy. So if you were going to make this recipe at home, I might try it again someday, but I would recommend pouring in the marinara sauce first, then layering the meatballs and cheese, and then doing the biscuit dough on top. I think that would definitely save the recipe. The biscuits would cook when they're crispy on the top, and then you wouldn't have the raw dough, and it would still be an easy dinner. But for us, this was a fail. Let me know in the comments if it turns out better for you, or if this looks delicious in your mind. And that's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for cleaning. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!